S65, known as the Military Mental Health Act, has my full support for passage. As a former member of our nation's armed forces and as someone who has worked at a military mental health clinic, I can see that this bill addresses many issues that I saw in service. Regarding the provision for extending acquired leave, I think that will lead to a step up in the well being of our nation's warfighters. Being away from the ones you love is tough. This provision, I believe, will ensure that members will be able to spend ample time with their support structure and allow them to decompress from a stressful and often dangerous military lifestyle. Loosening the standards for leave will also help service members in many frontline infantry units. In these units, members can only request leave in specifically blocks set by the command. This means that there are only specific times in a year that members can take leave. This process also takes a long time for a member to receive approval. If a service member is stationed far away from their leave destination, such as their hometown, then this causes financial harm because it's typical to purchase commercial plane tickets to get home. While members are waiting for approval, these ticket prices tend to get more expensive the closer they get to a departure date. Conventional wisdom in the military precludes service members from buying tickets beforehand because approval is not always guaranteed in any circumstance. Extending basic training leave is also a boon for the morale of service members because boot camp is a tough, transformative process where all aspects of your life are controlled. A bigger break between boot camp and further military training will allow members to reflect on what they accomplished in boot camp, as well as what awaits in their military career while spending time with their loved ones. Extending the Baker Act in the military community should have already happened a long time ago. In my time in the military, I have seen many preventable deaths. We must do everything we can to keep our warriors and our families safe. We must ensure, however, that this provision is not abused or used as a punitive measure. I do believe that a regular mental health questionnaire can be beneficial, but many service members may be resistant to answering them because of privacy concerns, tough guy attitudes, and any stigmas towards mental health. I am also not sure if I am keen on commanding officers having this type of information. I believe it should be kept on a need-to-know basis. Having mental health facilities in combat zones will increase the readiness of forces in that theater to deal with behavioral health issues. Sending a service member out of theater is a costly measure that usually leads to the service member not returning to their unit, which also decreases unit readiness. Allowing members to seek treatment more proximate to the location of their unit leads to better outcomes and less turnover. Finally, transgenders are the same as any other American when it comes to their capability to serve. Anything excluding them hurts efforts to ensure manning is at a sufficient level, causes talented individuals not to join the service, and it's just morally wrong. As long as recruiting standards remain the same, the military only stands to gain from more inclusion.